Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Kidney Bean Podcast. And boy, do we got an exciting episode for y'all. I'd like to introduce you to both Chris and Steve. Chris, how are you?
Good. Yourself?
Steve, how are you? Good. The brothers of Hema-Tec. And today is not just an ordinary episode. Today is our version of the hot ones. As you can see before you, we've got 10 very hot sauces, and throughout the time of them eating, we're going to ask them both personal and some funny questions. They're both firefighters, right? And they are the entrepreneurs that have taken over the hemodialysis world. And they have taken it to a whole new level. So I guess let's jump into it. First off, is there anything you guys would like to say to anybody before you can't say anything?
Pray for us.
Pray for you? Okay. Who did you bring today?
This is Buckley, the Lucky Buck. He's here for moral support.
Let's hope Lucky Buck helps you out. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right, our first one today is going to be the Hot Ones Classic. So, gentlemen, without further wait, go ahead and dive right on.
Cheers.
Cheers, Brian.
Yeah, what are we thinking?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, Chris, I'm going to start with you. What inspired you to join and become part of your family company, Hema-Tec?
I guess I didn't have much choice in the beginning. On the weekends, our dad was like, all right, you're coming to work with me. I need help stocking the shelf. So at a young age, we would come down and stock the shelves and help him out. So that's kind of the initial involvement of getting into Hema-Tec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve, how about you?
I started more so on obviously the technical side of things. When they first started out, we had to rent. We did paper books, and then computers came along. And we had 2 computers from Dell we had to rent for $400 a month. And neither of the 2 owners at the time had ever heard of a computer. So that was the transition. So that's
Okay.
where I started at.
All right. So the first one's done.
Yeah.
Felt okay? Not
Feels
much,
good.
nothing there?
Oh,
All right.
feeling it?
All right. I think
he's feeling
I
it.
think he's there a little bit. If he's not there, he's soon to be there. All right. Our second sauce, Sinai Gourmet. This would be number 2, gentlemen. Enjoy.
Sounds like it should be in a smoothie.
Yeah. I don't know if you want this one in a smoothie. I've never heard of a Scotch bonnet pepper, but I'm sure you'll let us know.
Okay.
Take it. Fruity.
Okay. So, Steve, we'll start with you on this one. What sets Hema-Tec apart from other dialysis companies?
Great question. Glad you asked. Well, obviously, number one thing that we always have is family, right? Whether the good times and the bad times, family will always support you and always be there for you.
Yeah.
And I think that makes the difference.
Absolutely. Chris, how about you?
Steve, I think that was beautifully said. But I'm going to expound on that. Because of the family, we decided to take an approach of servant leadership. And that's what is our core difference from, I think, our competitors, is we put our people first. Because if our people are happy, they're excited to come to work, they enjoy it, they're able to take care of your patient.
Absolutely. And
Okay?
I couldn't agree more with both of y'all. How you guys feeling after 2?
I feel good.
We're good.
All right. So 2 down, not a sip of ice, water, or anything yet. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you.
Let's start with number 3. Number 3 is called Micro Saucery Pico Peppers. Gentlemen, enjoy number 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Is it?
Absolutely delicious.
Bring back memories from living in Canada.
Tasting a little Canada in there?
Little Canadian.
Okay. Can you describe the pico pepper?
I can.
Okay.
It's peppery.
A little piquant.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. We'll go back to Chris on this one. How do you ensure that Hema-Tec stays at the forefront of innovation in the dialysis industry?
You know, there's multiple things that I could answer this question. The top couple that enter my mind is to be innovative. You need to be thinking outside the box. We value our team and we appreciate what they come to the table with. And that's why everybody here at Hema-Tec has a voice. We want to hear that voice. That's how we stay innovative.
Steve, would you like to share your thoughts?
So one thing that we do well, we preach all the time, is to always think outside the box, right? The collective of us as a group, it's a lot more than just the collective of a couple. So there's a lot more ideas that come from the entire team, and I think that collective helps us to have a broader perspective of everything and find a different path moving forward.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, gentlemen. How are you feeling after 3? Anything?
I feel good. I say let's keep going.
Keep going. Feeling anything yet?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
All right.
So
Well, here we go.
Can we distinguish who likes hot sauce and who doesn't?
So, okay. What I heard was you like a little bit of spice.
I do like a little spice.
I heard you do not.
Yeah,
I also heard this was your requesting.
this is my brainchild, yeah. So,
So,
I don't say I always have good ideas, I just have ideas.
hey, you know what? I think this is a good one. I think it's a good one.
We'll find out by the end.
There we go. All right, gentlemen, number 4. This is the Hot One's own sauce, Los Calientes Barbacoa. Gentlemen,
A lot of maple on this,
Yeah.
this board, I like it.
there you go. Oh, you took the whole thing.
I want to try.
Well, that was the small one.
Oh,
Yeah, let's look at this like a competition.
Oh, it is.
Who's going for the ice water first?
I don't really care about ice water at that point in time. I'm just looking to finish, complete the task at hand.
All right, Steve, we'll go with you. This is a big question, so it might take me a little time to get it out while the heat's building up.
Thank you.
What have been some of the biggest challenges you faced as a company, and how have you overcame?
Well, obviously, one of the biggest challenges we faced was COVID.
Yeah,
Absolutely. We overcame that, I think, better than anybody could have ever expected.
absolutely.
We faced challenges such as growth through the times like that as well. And we overcome them usually through sticking together. If anything from our previous histories or professions have taught us is that when the going gets tough, it's tough have to get going. It's a cliche saying, but at the same time, it works. And that's why it's been around for as long as it has.
Absolutely, thank you. Chris, how about you?
My biggest challenge throughout the years was understanding the concept of how to grow. The hard part was understanding how to grow from a little mom and pop shop to a bigger organization, but still maintaining that family feel that we think is very important to Hema-Tec. And you know, we're not perfect as a company. We make mistakes and we stumble, but it was important to us that's what we wanted to continue to maintain throughout their growth. So.
No, I like the answer, and I think it's pretty evident. We're a little bit bigger than we were, or even further ago when you guys were still doing it, and everyone still says we're a family. So, I mean, I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate you.
All right, gentlemen, 4 down.
Right.
Let's get to number 5. You doing okay, bud?
Yep, doing great, bud.
Okay. Number 5. This is brought to you by Flyby Jing. Sichuan Gold. And I do apologize, but I think it's pronounced umami notes of chili crisp. Pretty confident I said that wrong, but I think it's going to be a little spicy for you. So gentlemen, if you want to grab that oil-based hot sauce covered wing and do what we all hope happens. Oh, come on now. Oh, wow.
You're gonna dip it back in?
Feeling good?
Cocky.
I will say, just keep a reminder, don't rub your eyes after touching those wings.
Good point.
Although it would be great for the video, I would hate to see you go through that pain. All right, so Chris, where do you? How do you see Hema-Tec evolving in the future, and what are your long-term goals for the company?
Well, we're currently in that process right now of evolving. We're continuously evolving within the company. Right now, we're putting heavily into automation through the app that we're making or that we put out there, and other things that we're doing to create, to evolve within the company. So through technology, through different processes, we're looking at different capital equipment that we purchase, the Nipro machines. We're evolving from the status quo. My goal in the future is, as we grow as a bigger company, I would love to see that we have more ability to reach out, more ability to change the lives of our dialysis patients, and more ability to change the lives of our team members here within Hema-Tec and do, special things.
Steve, how about you? Long-term goals are diminishing right now as the higher we get in sauces. Short-term goals are becoming a priority. To piggyback on what Chris said, one of the things that we do look to do is we've been a smaller company for years, and we've had a lot of processes that have worked for us. But as we grow, those processes, I don't want to say fail us, but we need to be able to make better decisions, quicker decisions, in order to get there.
Well, gentlemen, I want to congratulate you on getting through the first 5,
Good job.
looking almost unscathed. Maybe a little bit. So, what I would like to do is I would like to ring in your cut lady and cut man and tend to the wounds if you need them at all. I think we got a couple wet naps, maybe a little glass of milk or something. And
Want to go America? Let's go America. No, not yet.
No.
That'll come. No, we're good.
Good.
all right.
Let's go America. I think it's time.
So, during this time while you guys are being tended to, I would like to open up the lightning round.
Ooh.
In this round, you guys will not be forced to eat any chicken wings. The heat might build up a little bit, but we're going to take some questions from the audience. And when you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and start with our first question. Are you gentlemen ready?
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
My hair messed up?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I was
don't
gonna
take it
say.
seriously, but yeah.
All right. So we will go with our first question.
Steve, what is the best memory with your brother?
Best memory for me or best memory for us? Those may be different. I have the best memory. That's easy. Those of you who don't know, Chris and I got hired on the fire department on the same day. And I remember one night, we ended up on the same shift. I was working overtime, he was on his shift, and we caught a warbird together. So our first house fire as brothers, inside, going at it, will stick with me until the end of time. It's my best memory.
I'm crying because of the hot sauce, not because I'm sad.
Well, thanks for sharing that. Do you want to answer?
I didn't appreciate it then as much as I do now. And for those of you that are listening, please don't tell our father. But I remember as a kid, our dad had this little sports car. It was like a Daytona. Remember the white Daytona?
Daytona Shelby.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah. So back in grade school or high school, I don't remember what it was. I think it was grade school.
Grade school. Yeah.
Yeah, it was grade school. So he picked me up from school one day, so I kind of played hooky out of school, and I got out early. Well, living in Canada, it's all country roads where we're at. And he's flying down the road. Well, the road has a little bump to it. Well, we hit that. I don't know how fast we were going. We probably had to be going on
70 kilometers.
at least.
You said
Yeah, let's just say it. Just say it was
Yes,
70.
it's 70.
Literally, all 4 wheels in the air, took off, Dukes of Hazzard style,
Oh, wow.
and boom!
That's awesome.
We ended up going home, and Steve made up some excuse that he hit a curb in a parking lot. But looking back at it, that was a cool memory. So
Very expensive memory.
yeah.
So your dad has no idea.
Wait.
Oh, he knows.
Oh yes, I told him.
You told him.
Oh, you ratted your brother out. Oh, wow.
So, hence why it was a very expensive. I was actually picking him up to go for ice cream.
Yeah.
An ice cream trip
I was
turned
taking him out of school
into...
to take
Yeah.
him for ice cream, and it cost me about $2,000.
All right.
Just couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Good answers.
Yeah.
Do we got another question?
This will probably be a one-parter for Chris. Obviously, Steve's your older brother. What's the meanest thing Steve ever did to you?
Oh God. We don't have all day. Well, there's a couple. Well, I don't know which one to pick.
It's
me
probably
pick
a
this
little
one.
payback for ratting them out about the car.
Probably. I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, okay? I remember he took me, drugged me out of the house, into the backyard, hog-tied me, all for it, in the back, and then left me. And I'm sitting there crying, yelling. My mother comes, starts yelling at Steve to untie me. He's in the house. I don't know what he's doing in the house. And I'm sitting out in the backyard as a drugged out, grass everywhere in my mouth, and all just hog-tied. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to beat him because if I beat him, I got 2 more weeks of being grounded. So because he ratted me out, so I figured this would be like a great punishment for him since I couldn't throw it out. Okay, sorry, bro.
That's good. That's good.
I forgive you, forgive me.
Done.
All right.
Do we have another question?
Yeah, who had the most girlfriends?
Oh,
Ooh.
The two.
Out of the two of you, who had the most
that's an
girlfriends?
easy answer. It's definitely Steve.
Would you agree?
No comment.
Okay. Was there ever a competition for more girlfriends?
Nope.
No,
Really?
never.
Do we have another question?
Yeah, Chris, what's your favorite topping on a pizza?
If you say pineapple, you're going to have to take some sauce with it.
I'm gonna go with pineapple.
Oh, my goodness.
Pineapple.
Steve?
Both?
Both.
Pineapple?
Like, which hand is that? Dirty hand or clean hand?
It's clean.
All right, clean hand.
Oh,
Saucy
wow.
hand.
Saucy.
All right. Do we have another question for the pineapple
We
bros?
do. So, Steve, what is something on your bucket list?
I need to get back to you. I was in Hawaii and about to swim with sharks, and we weren't allowed. We were on the boat, sharks were there, and the waves were too bad, and they turned around. So that's one on my bucket list, 100%.
Chris, something on your bucket list?
So my bucket list got filled based on my fears. So I believed that I'd like to conquer my fears. I am afraid of sharks, so it's on my bucket list.
I'm feeling another bro venture.
Yep.
All right. Do we have any more questions?
Chris, if
Yep.
you could have a superpower, what would it be and why?
I've always said to me, read minds.
Steve, superpower?
I have the teleportation one. That would be like a huge time saver. But there's also one that I came up with too. Is the ability to like understand what people are feeling.
All right.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions?
We do.
All
Chris,
right.
who is your hero?
You can't say me.
I don't have a specific one individual.
Or if you could meet somebody dead or alive, who would it be?
Okay.
I'd probably have to say Jesus.
Yeah.
Who else would you want to meet?
That would have been mine.
Steve?
That would have been mine.
All right.
All right.
What's your favorite type of music, and please provide a favorite lyric?
My favorite group is U2,
Oh, okay.
with or without you.
How do they say it?
I'm not gonna sing it.
That's probably. I am like a Waylon Jennings type, old school country kind of guy. Really like a country boy will survive.
All right.
Steve, describe your style in one word.
Comfortable.
All right.
Chris?
Uncomfortable.
Two very good answers. Okay. Any more?
Careful, watch your
I
eyes.
know, it's my clean hand.
So here we go. Ladies, cut men.
Round 2, here we
If
go.
you guys want to get any tending to until then.
Not a lot to find to 4.
Okay.
So wing 6.
Yeah.
You guys
Wing
are,
six.
yep. Is chili lingua de fugo. Gentlemen, dig in.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
That is a thick one. Oh, wow. What are you tasting?
Does pain have a flavor?
All right, here we go. What's your first fun memory you have of each other? Fun memory.
Heading down to Florida. Middle seats out of the minivan. No car seats. We're playing Go Fish. And for some reason, it's like 12 to 0. And so I finally had to tell him that I can see all of his cards in the reflection on the window right behind him. So yeah, our trip's down to Florida.
Chris, how about you? First fun memory?
I played football in high school, and there was this guy, he was getting made fun of by some bully.
Yeah.
And this bully was a lot bigger than me, but I said something to him, and he didn't take kindly to that. So afterwards, instead of picking on this other guy, he wanted to fight me.
Oof.
Yeah. And, I think there was some divine intervention, in there, because when they tried to, Steve happened to be there at that time, stepped in. So,
Oh, yeah.
so.
Absolutely.
How was
You
it?
Yeah,
okay?
great.
You okay?
Yeah, good.
All right. Let's just go right into it. Number 7, the karma sauce. Gentlemen, enjoy.
I was hoping there would be a sauce, but there wasn't.
All right.
So, quick question for the audience. Can you hold up your wing, please? Go ahead.
I think we're doing big brother, little brother, right? All right, gentlemen.
You eat half, I'll eat whole then.
Okay. Oof.
Oh, there you
I'm calling them up. They're calling me up, not really.
All right, gentlemen, while those are,
Go.
this one you're feeling?
Don't feel that one.
How about you?
Not bad.
Oh,
Pretty
wow. Okay. We'll start with Chris so you can cool down a little bit. What is your favorite embarrassing childhood story about the other? Was he a bedwetter? Were you a bedwetter? How about you, bud?
I'm not thinking, this is starting to get to me.
Oh yeah, that was a
You
notch
got
up,
some
folks.
sweat.
Yep.
You're looking a little.
The heat's coming.
Do you have an embarrassing story?
You got it.
I caught that one right in the wrong time.
I love it. So, all right, well, you guys are going to be kind to one another and save the embarrassing stories. Let's jump to the next one. You guys are at number 8. So here you go. This one's just called the bomb. They don't give much other on it other than. So, gentlemen. There it is. One.
Oh, I have an embarrassing story.
Too late.
I'll get back to it. A nice healthy bite. Oh, there you go.
Skipping the question.
Have fun now.
I'll let that one sink in a little bit. So, Steve, what is the worst fashion trend you've ever followed? Is it building up?
Hell, right in the bag of throat. Excuse me. Whoa. Worst fashion trend? Had to have been the 80s probably, right? Big hair, a little bit slick back hair,
I got this.
crisp hair.
Did you wear bandanas back then?
I did.
Yep.
Played a lot of sports, wore a lot of bandanas.
How about you, Chris?
Well, because I was a younger brother, my worst fashion trend was wearing his clothes.
Notice they're talking a lot faster now.
No, I definitely born in the 80s, 1980. Had the bell-bottom pants, the plaid shirts, the wallet with the chain, all that stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't want to do that again.
Did you want to share your embarrassing story real quick?
So, sister's babysitting. One of the first times and the only time she was allowed to babysit. Parents were gone someplace.
Get on here.
She thought it would be a great idea to dress Chris and I up in her clothes, makeup and all, and parade us around the neighborhood to the neighbors to show them how good of a job she's done.
So I had to guess you two were probably the prettiest ladies on the block.
Thank you.
Well,
I appreciate you.
Alrighty.
block that one out of my memory.
Here we go. You made it to 8. Now you're on number 9. This one is by far my favorite. Pucker butt. Pucker butt pepper. Gentlemen, enjoy number 8. Or 9. My apologies. Number 9. Yes.
This looks like a snake bite.
Nice healthy bite. Nice healthy
What's that?
Did you make it to the
I'm gonna need a wet nap.
bite. Scope. That went up.
A lot.
That went up. Yeah, 500,000. So,
Roast them down.
Chris,
Oh.
as you enjoy that delicious chicken wing,
Go
have you
ahead.
have you ever had a prank go wrong? If so, what happened?
Right. Yeah, I almost burned down our back field. Remember that one?
Backfield. I almost burned down the house. What about the
Oh yeah,
backfield?
I almost burned down the house too.
What's the backfield?
That's when I had hairspray and I wanted to make a torch out of it. And it was the end of summer and everything was dry.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I had my dad. Our dad told me to bring down matches to the basement,
Oh,
the long matches, because we had a fireplace, and I was young, like really young, and I don't know why I did it. I pulled the match up, and I struck it, and it was a lot of matches about this big, the long ones, and the one got on fire, and I was like, "Ooh, that's on fire!" All of a sudden, all like 100 matches burnt my eyebrows, burnt my hair. I don't know. Luckily, I did drop it. I actually opened the fireplace, threw it in the fireplace. If I dropped it, the house would have caught on fire, and we would have been homeless, and we would have been in trouble. But we were heading to church,
right before church.
and I had pretty much no eyebrows.
How about you, Mr.
That
Steve?
was one of my stories.
So at the fire department,
Oh, you like pranks.
yeah, my nickname, one of them, was the King of Overkill, based on pranks that we used to pull. Pranks all went right. They all had intended targets, and they were all successful.
I remember we used to light firecrackers or fireworks in the fire department, and we would shoot them
In the dorms.
in the dorms at the fire department. Well, I grabbed one and I shot it. It was in the bathroom at a guy, and it didn't land by him. We had these massive old urinals, and it landed in it and it shattered it
Oh, sixes.
at Station 6. That's why it's broken.
Yeah.
That was me.
There you go. So there you go.
That
fire
was my
department.
break that went wrong.
It was this guy.
It was me.
All right, gentlemen, this brings us to our last one. And in paying honors to where this idea came from, I think it's only right we do the last dab. So, Steve, if you'll grab that Apollo bottle.
You're not going to drink from the bottom.
I'm just trying to wonder.
So,
Oh,
so,
you're
here,
holding it.
so here you go.
Oh, okay.
It's the last dab.
This is the last dab. It's called the Apollo pepper. And with all they do with the show is they just put
Okay.
dab on there for you, gentlemen.
You have to eat that side, not the other
I
side.
was like, I'm taking.
So, gentlemen, do us all a favor and eat your chicken wing. They only get hotter the longer they're there. Oh, don't cheat.
Cheat.
Don't cheat.
We're double dabbing.
Here we go. All
Are
right, I'll count it down. And
Yeah.
just, you'll be prepared. You ready?
you sweating? Why are you sweating?
We'll go on 3. 3, 2, 1.
Eat it all.
Oh, yes.
Oh my.
No.
Sincere. I think I've had an allergic reaction.
Oh.
Challenge.
Oh, wow, gentlemen. Okay.
There's not a little brotherly competition here, isn't there?
Oh, he's taking the other one.
Finished it all.
Okay, I'll let either one of you answer this one first and then the other follow up after it. What is your biggest accomplishment in life?
Finishing this.
Oh man.
I can feel that in my belly.
You're going to want to use wipes for about a week. Ooh,
With Ella.
that's in my nose. I'm just smelling it. You are sweaty, my guy.
That's what happens in the world.
What was the question?
Biggest accomplishment in
So
your
I
life?
had a couple. So first, one of my biggest accomplishments was when I was able to get hired onto the fire department with my little brother. That was one of the best days I've had up to that date. Next one I rolled into is becoming a dad. So
Yeah, I second the compliment of the fire department. I believe life is a journey with a lot of different steps. I just feel that I'm very blessed in life and that this journey that I've embarked has provided a lot for the people that I'm with, the relationships that I've had. That is my biggest accomplishment.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. How you feeling?
I feel good. Hot. It's hot. I'm not gonna lie. It's freaking hot.
For those of you that have never been inside of a house fire, when it gets too hot, when your ears start to bubble and melt, and it feels like a million different bee stings through your hoods, I feel like the inverse of that right now.
Yep. It's on the inside right now. That's
It's on the inside.
I will say you're hiding it pretty good.
Yeah.
He hides it very well.
I'm quite impressed.
That's great.
I'd have quit after the second one. Well, so that wraps up our episode here today. So first off, I want to thank you guys very much for both being here. You know what? Let's do this.
Your own personal protection.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen. The Brothers of Hema-Tec. I think we all have enjoyed this episode. We got to see a little bit of sibling rivalry and some embarrassing stories, but we got to see kind of the real side of you guys, and I think that's what makes Hema-Tec one of the best out there. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate the questions from the audience, and I think that wraps it up for this episode of The Kidney Bean.
Woo. Great episode. Thank you.